You.
You are a child of the King.
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 No Christ.
No Christ.
No Christ.
So no Christ.
That's good. No, you can keep going whenever you're ready.
Okay.
One of the things I'm most excited about with the DNA is that identity and action are linked together because who you are determines what you do.
And Jesus said to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind."
I love that the first part of our DNA is knowing Christ, and personally, I really think it's so important that we know Him, because everything comes from knowing Him. Our sharing and everything else just falls into place after that.
But whatever gain I had, I counted as loss for the sake of Christ. Indeed, I count everything as loss because of the surpassing worth of knowing Christ Jesus, my Lord.
You're a servant of a king.
You are a servant of the King.
You are a servant of the King.
You are a servant of the King.
Surrender to Christ.
Surrender to Christ.
Surrender to Christ.
Surrender to Christ.
I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship.
For me, to live is Christ and to die is gain.
One thing I'm really excited about our DNA is the surrendering to Christ aspect of it, because I know that's something that I need to work on in my life, and I'm excited to see, as I learn what that means, how I can pass that on to students and see what a difference that makes in their life as well.
And whoever wants to be first must be slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many.
You are the ambassador of the King.
Okay, ready?
You got laughing on the side.
Okay, ready, and action.
You're an ambassador of the King.
You are an ambassador of the King.
You are an ambassador of the King.
You're an ambassador of the King.
Share Christ.
Share Christ.
Share Christ.
Share Christ.
Therefore, we are ambassadors of Christ, God making His appeal through us. We implore you on behalf of Christ, be reconciled to God.
One of my favorite aspects of the DNA is being an ambassador. The verses that come to mind are in Acts 4, verse 20 talks about how can we stop talking about what we have seen and what we have heard, and I just think that applies to us. How can we not talk about what we have seen and what we know Christ has done for us?
Be wise in the way you act toward outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone.
And Jesus came and said to them, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations." However you want. Yep, that's good. That's how you did it. Ready? Baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always, to the end of the age. That's it. Ready?
Focus now.
That's good. You got it.
Over.
Ready? Go for it.
You are a child of the King.
You are a servant of the King.
You are an ambassador of the King.
Know Christ.
Surrender to Christ.
Share Christ. Action.
You're an ambassador of Christ. Share. What? How do I say it?
Ambassador of the King.